Today, we're going to be checking out the Medusa from Lichtlaerm Audio. So I've had Lichtlaerm on the channel a bunch. They're a German company that specializes in heavy metal style pedals. They have a pretty wide array of things that are available. Everything they make is super cool and has a bunch of good ideas, as well as it's all made super well. And I really love the aesthetics of their pedals. The black enclosure with the gold, really cool looking, graphics on them. This one with the Medusa looks absolutely awesome. Just like with all the other Lichtlaerm pedals I've demoed, this one is jam-packed full of features. I'm actually holding it here so I don't forget anything. So we have, like I said, it's an HM2 style circuit, and it has this modern and classic mode. The classic mode is definitely thinner. It's not as wide and hi-fi. The modern mode is like a lot more hi-fi and cool, and pretty much every usage I put this through, I preferred the modern mode. So it has a polarity control, so it can flip the phase, so you can go from in phase to some like really nasty out of phasey kind of stuff, especially when you have something blended in. Now that leads me to these two holes on the side. Now it has a clean blend control, and when there's nothing plugged in here on the side, this just acts as a normal clean blend, your dry signal and the wet signal from the pedal. So that's definitely cool if you're trying to, say, layered on top of a distorted amplifier, which is how I tend to prefer to use HM2 style stuff. I get the right amount of nasty chainsaw filth on an amplifier I already like, or of course if you want to use it with bass or something like that. But then if you were to plug something into this little loop here, this blend control then starts to blend whatever is here in parallel. So that's pretty cool. So what we're going to hear is later on you're going to hear me blend a distortion pedal with this. It's just another cool option to create some, interesting out-of-the-box tones. And then you have the traditional EQ that an HM2 is known for. So, just cranking the high and the low gets you that chainsaw effect. But they added a few other things as well. There's a presence control, which basically helps control like how much top-end saturation you're getting. And that presence control is cool if you ended up wanting to use it as like something like a preamp. And then it has these mid controls. Now there's a mid and then a mid frequency. It's essentially a parametric mid control, and I believe it goes from like 200 to 700 hertz. If I'm wrong, I'll have it up here on the screen somewhere. And essentially you can kind of, what I like to do is boost the mid frequency like all the way up and then sweep to where I'm finding something I either like or where I'm finding something kind of unpleasant. And then I like to leave it there and then back it off. What I actually ended up doing was finding a lower mid that was kind of boxy and honky, and then just backing that off a little bit. Found that it gave the pedal a lot more room to breathe and just sounded better. Then of course you have your gain. This thing has buckets and buckets and buckets of volume, so much volume. And then the cut, which is a low-end cut just to tighten things up. It's a control that's found on a ton of Lichtlaerm stuff. I think it's a great idea just so you can clean up that low end. Honestly, like I said, I'm going to be using this onto a dirty channel, but it also sounds super good as just a distortion into a clean channel. So now that we've gone through all the features, let's actually hear this inside and outside of a mix, and I can tell you how I'm going to use it. I'm going to be blending this onto the blue channel of my EVH 5153 Stealth 50 watt. And that's going to be going into my Two Notes Captor X with the VM1265 and DV77 IR blend. And then we're going to hear it outside of a mix on that same setup. And then we're going to also hear it going into the clean channel of my Friedman BE50 Deluxe 50 watt. And then we're also going to hear it on that same clean channel. And I'm going to blend in the Boss Metalzone Wazacraft, because that thing's awesome and sounds really killer with this thing, and I get some cool results. And I'm going to be using my Solar guitar loaded with Black Winter pickups. Let's check it out. So I feel like Lichtlaerm absolutely never disappoints. Everything he makes is cool, has cool ideas, and is either more original stuff or really cool takes on other things, like this HM2 Swedish Chainsaw style pedal. I can go anywhere from subtle kind of chainsaw effects all the way to just over the top nasal grinding cutting tones, and then it works really good as just an HM2 distortion, probably better than most of the HM2 style pedals, like just as a distortion on a clean channel that I've tried. And I think it's because you have that cut control as well as you get to dial everything with the mids, and then when you blend in the Metalzone as well, like I thought that was really cool to get some good tones. Although you did hear the volume disparity between the two pedals. This one's definitely got a lot more output than the Wazacraft Metalzone even on max. This thing has like double the output. It's pretty crazy. But I just think it's jam-packed full of good ideas, like pretty much all the Lichtlaerm stuff. I believe pre-orders are open for this. They start shipping in November. So I'm going to have a link down below if you want to check out one of these. They'll probably be out by the time this video's out. And then you can also check out any of the other cool stuff from Lichtlaerm. Highly recommend it. Like I said, really cool company out of Germany. I'd like to know your thoughts on this, if you dug it or anything else from Lichtlaerm. But, thanks for watching, guys. Stay metal.